Today I'm discussing again, if you want to be rich, you must know wealth codes. Wealth is coded. You know, our environment is so full of abundance that it's almost not normal or natural for anybody to be poor. But these opportunities and abundance for wealth have been so coded in such a way that only those who understand the codes eventually prospers. And as I think about it, I think that becoming wealthy should be almost automatic. It should be the easiest thing that happened to anybody. But for some reason, that's not the case. And that is because the poverty we have around us and have in the world is actually a design of some people. Think about our education system, for example. You go to school and they taught you everything except the thing that you really need for life. I'll explain what I mean. In our schools, we have made English language compulsory. Of course, for those of us who are not from English country. Now English language is compulsory. Okay, for some nation it is French, depending on the colonies. The country that colonized them. All right, and then mathematics is compulsory. I think that money or financial education as well should be compulsory. And we should teach it from childhood, from primary school, secondary or high school to the university, so that everybody who goes through school, by the time you are graduating from university, have been well educated about how money works and how life works. You see, but for some reason we go through school and learn all we learn, only for us to graduate from school to now go and start finding out how life works. This is not accidental, it's by design. Every country have within it what it takes for every citizen to be wealthy. But again, you may have arguments, which is it's okay. But again, even the countries that you see, most of these countries are operating by the design of those who design it. And poverty, to a large extent, is good business for some people. The more poor people they have, the better for them. So if a man is going to be prosperous or wealthy, at some point in his life, you have to rebel against that system. Not against the government, but against the system. Think, for example, every country, in probably all the countries in the world, have some of these assets or some of these instruments I'm going to talk about. Number one is treasury bills. Now, this is an instrument that almost every country in the world has. Now, how many common people on the road know what a treasury bill means? Not many. See, it's not many. A treasury bill is government instrument for raising the money they need to stay afloat or stay liquidated. And this money at times is raised from the citizens or from companies. And like anything else, you can sell them at interest. How many people know? Not many. So the banks, and why should just be the banks? And then think about like bonds. When an average person hears the word bonds, what comes to the mind is bond in terms of bondage or in terms of joining things together like in marital bonds. But the financial terms also. This is when an individual invests his money into a company or to the government for a fixed period of time and generate or get regular interest on that investment. And at the end of that period, of that fixed period, the money is returned back to the one who gives it to the government. They're called. How many people know about it? See, but these are common words among the rich. Think about what like debentures. I talked about it in one of our recent videos. When I was talking about how to raise capital for your business. Debentures. Go on the street. Of course, if you are in the financial field or financial industry, these are common terminologies. But the wealth of the world doesn't belong to those who are in financial field alone. The doctors want finances, lawyers want finance, everybody needs money. So everybody, it should be common words in our homes and on the streets. What are debentures? Debenture simply means loan or debt. But the difference between these is that these debentures are loans you get without any underlying collateral. You don't have to have a land or a house or something else that you use as a collateral. This loan is given to you based on your character, on your integrity. See, our society is full of integrity, people that have great integrity, men of great character. They don't even know that character they have is a collateral for loans. You see, this is when, for example, somebody have a business or want to do a business and you approach either a service provider or a supplier and say, give me these things. When I make sales, I return your money. And then they give you those things or provide you the service or give you the supplies because they trust character. Perhaps if many people know about it, because they'll have more character. Who knows? They'll be more honest. Who knows? And of course, with debentures, we have also what we call convertible debenture. Convertible debentures. Just like we said, debentures are debt or loans. Convertible debenture means loans you can convert investment. So I give you, for example, I give you these supplies or I give you this service. It's okay, after this period of time or when this business begin to do well, I convert the money you should have paid me into buying shares in your company or into an investment in the company. Those kind of agreement, they all exist, but it's not a common knowledge on the road, and it's supposed to be. You see, what the average person knows about finances, are the ones, they discuss it. Average homes are what's like expenses. The average child, I've heard a lot of this. What you're talking about, expenses. Things are very expensive, things are hard. Or what's like budgets. Now, this is not on the positive side. There's have a tight budget. We can afford it because it don't fit into our budget. So people know about budget in their homes. They know about expenses. They hear what's like loans. Either that is owing or debts. So the average person, all they know about or expenditure. Okay, after expenses, think about it. The average child between the ages of 5 and 6 and 15 have no idea what to do with money. If they have money, it's what to buy. See, give a child, the average child money, the thing that comes to their mind is what to buy, how to spend it. But these are the things that the rich teach their children from childhood. They talk things about like investments. The average wealthy family or wealthy child knows about investment, return on investment. How can you, for instance, with 25 years, 5 years old or above, and don't know what ROI means? Yes, wealth is coded. But if you want to be wealthy, you must rebel against the system by taking your personal financial education serious. Because everything we are doing today, in the world, to a large extent, everything we are doing is about survival. And the major factor for that survival is finances. There are many of us, whether you're a lawyer, a doctor, accountant, whatever it is you do, that will not go back to work tomorrow if they remove money from the equation. Perhaps as you're watching me right now, you know what I'm talking about. If they say, okay, from today, we have gone bankrupt, we no longer can pay you salary, but I know you love this company, please keep working. We'll see what happens after a year or two. We'll see what we can do. Many people will not go back to work. So that means you are going to work because of money. So imagine if you are taught about money from when you were young. So you're supposed to know that from 20 years old, imagine if you learn about investment young, as early as, in your teenage years. When you get to maybe from 20 and above, and you start that investment journey, you becoming a millionaire should be automatic. By the time you're 40 years old, you should be a multi-millionaire. That is even without you having any breakthrough ideas, or even starting a big organization. Being a millionaire should be automatic. Why? Because you learn this basic, simple principle, basic terminology, investment, and you know what it means. And you start early. But for some reasons, we don't. Because the word is coded. We discuss about the expenditures. What I'm saying you can practice is go on the road. Okay, if I give you $1,000, what will you do? You hear. If you ask 20 people, you are likely to hear maybe one or two people will say, I will invest. The rest will talk about what they need. So this is it. The you see is not accidental. We've made English compulsory in school. We've made mathematics compulsory. Financial education compulsory. And I don't mean in the way they teach those who become accountants. No, I don't mean like this. I mean, think about it. How can a professor of finances be broke? I can imagine it. Not that knowledge is useless to me. Of course, it has its own relevance, but that's what I'm talking about when I mean financial education. I'm talking about how things really work. We teach children in primary school about investment. We talk about savings. We talk about, for example, money, how to get money, how to manage money, how to multiply money. We teach this basic knowledge in primary school, in secondary school, in the university. Guess what? By the time somebody graduates from the university, they already know it's a matter of time. But what we have in our world, the man grow to be 40 years or 50 years before he realizes that, boy, the formula I'm using is not going to work. I'm on my way to being broke, or I'm on my way to financial destitution. Yes, money, what is coded, but you can find it, decode it. See, this is the reason why I do these videos. It takes a lot of work to do these things, but I'm doing it because of the passion. I found out that it's supposed to be easy. I mean, recently, of course, I'll call it recently, this year, I went hard on this topic. I brought in documents. About a week or so ago, somebody came to me and said, Pastor, they came to me and said, look, I've invested over $1 million somewhere. I felt good. Prior to that time, if that person had that money, I know the person, prior to that time, if the person had that same amount of money, probably never have thought about investment. But think of buy a house or buy a car or buy something, spend it. But I thought it and I said, look, this is how we do it. Then I've already invested over $1 million for the next several years. I felt good for myself and for the person. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. This thing I'm sharing with you now, take it serious. It will take you far. I'm already having people who are having, I just share with you one person, who is already having serious money working for them. So imagine if we can get many people who can say, no, I have $1 million, I have 2 point something, I have $3.7 million in an investment. You know what's going to happen? We'll create, because the more money we have in our society, the more happy our society will be. Like this person I just told you about now, if the person decides to just live on the return on investment from her money alone, it's enough to take care of her without needing to be under stress. And say, no, what will happen to me? No, nothing. The return alone per month is enough to cater for our basic needs. So this is why I'm teaching this thing, because real transformation is taking place in people's life. So take it serious. I'm telling you things that works. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can do that today and invite people. So let's spread this financial education. Let's make our nations and our continent wealthy. Share the videos to people. Invite them to participate. I've done quite a number of videos. I think about 40 videos now, if I'm not mistaken. Go and watch those videos. Encourage the people to go back and watch the videos. And we can have a prosperous nation and prosperous world. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.